Hi friends, welcome to A to Z Learning channel. Today in this video we'll be analyzing a company called Amara Batteries Limited for you. As the name suggests, the company is in the business of manufacturing and selling batteries. In our analysis today, we have grouped the information under three parts. The first part will look at company's overview. Second part, we will look at company's recent financial performance. And in the final section, we'll look at what's in store for this company in the future. What is the outlook of its stock price? So if you are interested in investing in this company or you're already invested in this company, then this is the most important video for you to watch. I won't take any more time and I'll straight away start my video going through this company's all the information. As I said, the first section is about the company overview. Amara Batteries Limited is part of the Amara Group. Amara Group has got multiple businesses varying from food, power, infrastructure, electronic businesses, and their battery business is their flagship business. They are the largest manufacturer of lead acid batteries, which is used for both industrial and automotive uses. Automotive batteries and home UPS inverter batteries are manufactured under the brands called Amara and PowerZone. These are widely known, very common brands if you follow the batteries in India. Their key clients, particularly in the automotive sector, include all the kind of possible name that you can think of. So Tata Motors, Maruti, Hyundai, Hondas, Mahindra and Mahindra, you name it, and they are their clients. So for a car battery, the automotive battery, the Amara brand that under which they sell their batteries are commonly used by all the famous cars, all the car companies in India. Additionally, they also export their batteries to a number of different countries. As per last count, they were exporting it to close to 32 countries. They were all around the Indian Ocean region, so number of countries in Africa, the Southeast Asia. So those sort of kind of countries they cater and export their batteries to. So this is all in terms of company's overview. Hopefully that gives you an idea in terms of what sort of business, what sort of brand their products have and who are their kind of key clients. Now let's look at, in the second part, company's recent financial performance. As the table which has come on your screen suggests, they have seen some growth from 2018 to 2020, but looking at the numbers, you'd say from a revenue perspective, the growth is not as impressive as you would expect from a company which is in the business of batteries. Batteries are more in demand. The car manufacturing, car selling, sales numbers have gone through the roof, but you don't see that sort of growth in their revenue. Their revenue from 18 to 19 grew by 12%, as you can see in this table. And then from 19 to 20, it grew just under 1%. So pretty much remained flat. And so far, the 6 months performance in the latest year, the 2020-21 year, they are down 10%, but that's probably explainable because of the pandemic situation. But up until 2020, it's fair to say that the company hasn't really shown the growth that you would expect from the business that they are operating in. Now let's look at the profitability side. 18 to 19, their profits grew by 3%, but then there was a massive jump in 2020 by 37%. And largely that is on account of their operational efficiencies around the consumption of material in their manufacturing business. So it's a great recognition of the efficiency that they have brought in their business, and that's all reflective in the profitability up until 2020. But clearly, due to pandemic, the sales were down, and so their profits are down for the first half of this year. So overall, I would say that there are, from a revenue and profitability perspective, while they have done a lot of things that are in their control, overall revenue wise, the growth story seems to be missing from this company. And that's a big, I guess, risk in my view around this company, that they are not able to grow their revenue as fast as this industry should have grown by. There are some green shoots to highlight. It's a company which is constantly reinvestment mode. They are making big capital expenditures. So if you look at their capital expense were just under 400 crore in 2018. That went up by 37% to 528 crore in 19. And for 20, it went up further by 33% to a number just above 700 crore. So that shows their kind of constant commitment to the business, constant belief that they are in the right business and they want to expand, continue to expand that business. And that's the reason they are making huge increases in their capital expenditure, which will be reflected in their expansion of manufacturing capabilities in the future. Their earning per share is also worth kind of highlighting. Their shareholder base has remained constant. Therefore, with every increase in profit, their earning per share has grown. It was 27.5 rupees in 2018, went up to 28.3 in 19, and more recent 2020, it went up to 38.69. And for this year already, it's about 15 rupees per share earning growth, which is fantastic performance. In terms of stability in the business, I always kind of stress test that in terms of what promoters are doing with their holding, what mutual funds are doing, what foreign institutional investors are doing. I'm pleased to report there is that the promoter holding is very, very consistent and stable at about 28%. So that shows that the promoters still believe in the future of this business. Mutual funds are also holding on average about 9%, which is again a stable sign. And so is the case with the FIAs, who are holding about 19%. So pretty much 56% of the company is held by promoter and the big investors. And that says a lot about the stability of this company, the future of this company. Now let's look at the company relative to its industry. And the period I'm looking at is the last 5 years. Revenue growth that the company has seen over the last 5 years is about 10%, whereas industry grew by 7.61%. So they have done better than the industry in terms of revenue. Profits also grew roughly about 10%, whereas industry average was 8%. So they've done better than industry even on profits. Now let's look at market share. Their market shares has gone up by 3 percentage points. So it's up from 25% 5 years ago to more like 28% now. So overall, relative to their peer, relative to the industry in which they are operating in, they have done really well against all the key parameters, whether it's revenue, profit, or market share. So overall, the recent financial performance, in my view, will get a big thumbs up, while I remain concerned around the risk it has in terms of its own revenue growth. Now let's look at the final section of this video, which is, okay, what does it mean? All that I've shared in terms of the company overview and the financial performance, what does it mean in terms of future? So before I kind of jump and talk about the future direction, the conviction that I have in terms of stock uh, price performance for the future, I'll talk about the key things that are happening at the company. First of all, company has recently agreed to collaborate with a US based company called Grid Energy. And that collaboration is to invest more in the lead batteries with silicon as a technology, silicon as a core technology platform. It's a it's a technology which is very important if you want to kind of manufacture batteries that are used for, say, hybrid automotive, the automotives that run on both fossil fuel as well as electric. And Also, this is the kind of space, the silicon technology is the kind of key space which is important for better home backup system or electric vehicles, energy storage system. For all those sort of things, the silicon technology is critical for this company to have know-how on. This, in my view, takes ARBL, the Amara Batteries Limited, a step closer to having an ability to enter into the electric vehicle segment. Right now, they are providing a backup battery, but if they want to kind of get into the space of manufacturing batteries which are used for running the cars, running the kind of electric vehicles, then this technology, the silicon technology, will take them closer to that space. So clearly they are looking at a right space because electric vehicle is the future in terms of automotive industry. They also have got substantial plans, as was evident from their constant increase, year after year increase in their capital expenditure. They are expanding their main business and also scaling up their e-rickshaw division. And all that is planned for this current financial year. I know with the pandemic, there may be some issues, but they have planned it and they are clearly on course to achieve that in the current financial year. What it would do is basically it will give them a third automotive battery plant, which will have the capacity to produce up to 6 million batteries. It will clearly happen over time. It won't happen from tomorrow, from next year, but over time, they'll add additional capacity to produce 6 million batteries in their main business, which is a big, big plus. Company, because of this all expansion, the spend that they are doing is expected to attract new client, and that new client will bring the additional market share in the lead acid battery business, which is very, very important for them, which is the primary source of their revenue. And this increased manufacturing capacity is likely to help them get new client and increase their market share. Stock is currently trading at 935, and if I look at last 1 year, it has already delivered 31% upside to its shareholders, which is a very, very strong performance. But it also has got strong potential for the future. With this increased manufacturing capacity, the third automotive battery plant that they are planning, which will be able to manufacture 6 million batteries over time, will bring new clients, will bring new market share, that will bring better revenue performance and better profitability for the business, which will do only good to its stock's performance. So I remain very, very convinced and confident that this company has got very, very strong potential in the next 12 months to give even better returns to its shareholders. So my overall rating on this stock is a very strong buy rating on this stock. It will definitely be part of my own portfolio for the next year. I will clearly look for any dip, any correction around this stock price to add more shares of Amara Batteries Limited. And my research seemed to kind of absolutely support that logic of accumulating more, buying more of this company's stock. So I hope that all the information that we have shared with you on Amara Batteries Limited, you found that helpful and simple to understand. If you have any comments or suggestion, please give us those comments on this video so that we can incorporate your suggestions for the future videos. And if you like this video, then your comments would be helpful for us to know. And if you think anything important has been missed in this video, then also through comments let us know. We'll come back and answer those questions for you at the earliest possible. Just one last thing to kind of before I finish. If you've not subscribed our channel A to Z Learning as yet, I would urge you to please subscribe our channel so that you get the notification about our new videos immediately, and you can keep yourself up to date with all the content that we are producing for our viewers. So thank you so much for watching our video. All the best for your investment. All the best for your decisions.